Boom. Can you still hear me okay?
Yep.
Awesome. I switched you to my AirPods, so I just want to make sure you can hear me. Excited to have you tonight. Welcome. I know you sent out, we've already had a bunch of people sign up, right? So you've sent all that stuff out.
Yep.
Maybe after you can just send out a reminder with this presentation. I'll send you this by tomorrow at some point, and then
That'd be perfect.
we can go from there. All right, I got some more people jumping in. Cool. Welcome to Project Hockey. Project Hockey is a platform that we built to make people better and simply to leave this game better than we found it. I actually grew up in Arizona, so not too far from you guys and gals. And, you know, I was that kid that always seemed to want more. And I would come home from hockey and want to get better. And I would ask my mom, and she wouldn't know what to do, right? And she hasn't played my game, or our game, I should say. I'm just switching spots here so we don't hear my daughter all night. And so I just wish I had something more. I wish I could plug in and do a workout, trying to call my coach and get that figured out. And I had awesome stuff at the rink, but the fact is, when I went home, like I said, I didn't have much, and grew up playing my youth hockey in Arizona, switched, made my jump to the USHL, and then from there played at Minnesota State University. And we just lost the championship game last week in Boston, which was a heartbreaker. I actually got to go to Boston and watch it, but it was definitely a heartbreaker. But people ask why Project Hockey, and simply it's just because skill is developed over time, right? We got 3 professional hockey players here. The one in the middle plays for the Jets. The one on the outside plays for the Wild. And the one on the right side used to play for the Stars, their AHL team, but now he plays overseas. But this is them in the middle of the summer doing stick handling drills because they know it's that important. They're doing Project Hockey drills, getting better. And like I said, they do everything on the ice. They work out, they shoot, they skate, they do all these things, but they understand that to get to that next level and to stay there, you need to keep putting that work in and making sure your skills developed over time. Last little piece here is why we compete. And let's just watch this clip through quick. Boom, I like to pause it there. So we got 2 athletes that just completed a Project Hockey competition. The gentleman in the right in the red looks like he just got done triple shifting in the 3rd period. And the guy on the left is actually looking up at a clock. And the reason why is because this workout, we did it for time. And so it's made it important. It's gamified it. And it's really just created an atmosphere that feels like you're playing in a game. And it's hard to do that when you're just stick handling in your basement by yourself. But when you know you're competing and trying to get better, it's a lot easier to get to that. Project Hockey, though, is a fully functional app where you're going to have a full community in there. We're in 13 different countries. And so it truly is a global community. We have mindset lessons from some of the best mindset development coaches in the world. We have hockey IQ lessons where the kids actually taken through some type of play and broken down in the National Hockey League or college or juniors. And we've got skill set sessions, and we track everything through the app. And so I'll kind of dive a little bit deeper into each one. But like I said, it's a full on blown community. And in there, the players can actually add each other as friends. They can get notifications just like they would on Facebook. They can give each other's fist bumps, just like liking something on Facebook. And it's really just a unique way for players to get better. And parents and guardians love it because it's social media that's safe. And kids love it because it's social media, right? And so they're kind of getting both sides of it. Like I said, that we're not going to watch these videos just to keep things short and simple. But the cool part is, like, we have mindset videos where the kid just presses play. Boom, plays right there in the app. And then we also have hockey IQ lessons where the athlete scrolls down, hits play. Boom, it plays right there in the app for him. What's different about our program than any other online virtual training program is that we are a daily program. meaning every single day there is something new in there. So today, kid scrolls down, watches the mindset. And this is something athletes, please pay attention to. If you get to a section of the workout for that day and you're like, oh, I don't know what this means, click on workout prep notes available, and boom, it's going to take you to all those demo videos. L means left-handed, R means right-handed, super simple. Again, watch the Hockey IQ video, do the warm-up. Oh, you don't know what something in the strength session is, click on workout prep notes available. It's going to take you to all those demo videos as well. And don't worry, when you sign up, you get a bunch of emails with all this information as well. And same thing here, right? Skill set sessions, do the warm up, boom, you click play on the skill set session. It'll play right there in the app for you. And it'll be one of our coaches taking you through the skill of the day. And yes, we repeat these skills because you're not going to work on top hand strength and have the strongest top hand in the league, right? And so we definitely repeat them, but we do have over thousands of these videos. And so you might not see it very often unless there's a focus that we truly want to hit. But these skill session videos, as you can see, I'm in my basement. I don't have a ton of space. I've got my stick and a ball. You don't need a fancy equipment to do this. You just need, people ask me all the time, who's this for? It's for the hockey player that wants more. It's not for a mite or a squirt or a peewee or a midget player. It's for whatever. It's for all those players as long as they want to get better and do the work by themselves, or on their own, I should say. The last little piece here is just our challenges. And I want to show these because at the end, you have the ability to put your score in, right? So you can put in, it took you 8 minutes and 33 seconds to complete it. Like I said, you'll get emails that show exactly what's going on. But 8 minutes and 30 seconds, I plug my score in. I hit save up here at the top. I put scaled. So we have RX. RX just means you did it exactly how it was written. Scaled means you had to change it. And so in this case, my knee was bugging me, so I did push-ups instead. Either way, I hit save, and then boom, shoots up some confetti, lets me know if I did better. And my profile will actually track this. And so, coach, we can look at these profiles at the end of the month, and we'll send a t-shirt to the 2 kids that put the most work in. They don't have to do the best on the things or get the highest scores, but the 2 kids that are doing the most skill sessions and the most of these challenges. And we'll start it after this tournament. I know you guys have a big tournament coming up, so we'll start it after this week, but we'll give out 2 to the net shirts, which we're super excited about. This video is just our goalie, one of our goalie coaches, chatting through the goalie side of it. And he, everything that you just saw on the player side of it, we also have for goalies as well. And so goalies are also in on the challenge. But that's Project Hockey and what it looks like. And like I said, our new hashtag and our motto is to the net. And that's simply because in any situation, getting pucks to the net is never a bad thing, right? And you hear coaches all the time like, hey, if you're just not playing well, get to the net. Get to the net, good things happen. Late in overtime, get to the net, right? And so we're gonna harp on get to the net and everything we do, right? You're in a workout, you're not feeling good, get to the net, right? You're doing a Project Hockey challenge, you're feeling great and you're crushing it, get to the net. That's where good things happen. And so we'd love to send some of those shirts your way for the top 2 players that earn it. And we're super excited about it. But any questions that came up either from the players or the parents and guardians that we have on here as well tonight? You can either drop it in the chat or just unmute yourself and ask.
I'll wait a second and see if anybody else is. I was going to ask, coaching wise, is there a way or could there be a way in the future for coaches to track that their players are using it?
Yeah, you should send me a list of all your players or your coaches, and we can work on getting them memberships. And then the way it works in the app is basically like the teams and the coaches would add each other as friends. Okay. And then the coach can see that in there just by clicking on the kid's profile and seeing whoever, Kyle, is that Kyle up there? Kyle has, 25 workouts. He's done 16 skill sessions and 15 challenges, and he's crushing it. And so it's not as simple as we'd like it to be yet. We are working on that, but send me a list of your coaches with their emails and we can for sure get them hooked up with memberships, and then make sure that, they can just add each other as friends in there and they can see all that stuff. Love it.
Any questions, guys? Most of these are my players that showed up because they knew not to skip out if coach said to come.
I'm not gonna miss. I love it. I know we did have a bunch. I'm gonna hit stop record.